Hello and welcome to Fauchette Vivie, a short little game developed by Swan, available on itch.io, and you play as two children whose job is to judge which souls live or die. Let's find out what that means. Let's play. People, unfortunately, lose their lives. When this happens, the children of life and death judge the dying souls. Fauchette is a little death giver, and Vivie is a little life giver. These siblings live great, doing their job supportively with each other behind. However, their work is not always easy. Each other behind. That sounds weird to me. Anyway, choose a character. Vivie the life giver or Fauchette the death giver? I don't know if it matters. I will choose the plague doctor. Hi, Fauch. Hi, V. Did you have a good lunch? Yes. Pumpkin puree with chestnuts. My favorite, and you? Oh, great. I had potato stupid. Potato stupid? No. Potato soup. A tongue twister for some reason. Potato soup and garlic bread croutons. Oh, great, too. Then, ready for Juju's mission? Yes, I guess. Let's hope it's a soft one this time. Speak of the devil. Okay, here's Juju. This is how it works, I guess, you know? People who are in charge of life and death are just children and the mascot in TV. Hello, buddies. I hope you're all doing well. Today's afternoon mission is assigned to Vivie. A fairground attraction collapsed with people in it. There are many injured, but fortunately few dead. An old man and a baby. You can make one of them live. Which one do you choose to live? Okay. Alright, is this like it's sort of like a the trolley problem, you know? It's like the trolley is coming down the track and a baby is on one end and an old man is on the other, you know, and it's going towards maybe the baby, and then, you know, do you hit the lever or do you not? Or something, you know? You save the baby or the old man? I mean, I guess it's kind of like a moral choice. It's kind of weird though, because we're kind of like it's from like a supernatural perspective, you know? It's not like we are directly killing anyone, right? So therefore my responsibility is not part of the equation, you know? I don't have to pay for my crimes because there is no crime, you know? We're just simply doing as nature intended. So we're Vivie, right? So we give life. So we either choose the person that we give life to, is the idea. Do we save the old man who, I guess the birthday is in the ring? I guess they were married. And they were born in 1948? Or is it born, or is it like when they were married? I actually don't know. What's the traditional... You know, what's the traditional thing you do with a wedding ring? Do you carve the day you got married, or the day you were born? I have no idea. Actually, I didn't even know that people would do that, you know, in the ring. I'm assuming it's age. Well, we don't know the current year, I guess, of the actual game, but I don't know. I assume 1948. That's a long time ago. That's at least what? That's at least 60, 70 years ago. 67. I don't know. I can't do math. Well, let me actually think about it. 52 plus. I mean, assuming it's 2022, you know, 74-ish. Hopefully, I'm calculating that. I'm horrible at math. I'm assuming 70 plus is an old man or a baby. Do we let the baby live or do we let the old man live? I mean, in society, actually, we kind of like, you know, both of these age groups. I don't know why. I mean, I'm taking so long to make a decision, but you know, both of these types of populations are people we kind of take care of, right? At least that's what we expect in modern society. I feel like, you know. But I guess if I had to choose, I guess I would choose the baby, because the baby has a long life ahead of them. It's a tragedy either way. Because there's the baby. Oh, I can actually see there. Oh yeah, it's just to make you feel bad. Name, age is 8 months. Family, a mother and a father. almost 8 months. Was frightened by the sensation of the ride. Shock was quick, didn't feel any pain. Cause of death? He fell off the ride from the arms of his parents, who were not allowed to have him on the ride. Oh. Well, you see, that changes everything. This is a illegal baby, you see, because they were not supposed to. This is a smuggled baby. They're not allowed to have this on the ride. What are they doing? These parents are so irresponsible. Let's check this one. 73. There, I was one off. Family. Is that supposed to be 2 L's? I feel that's a typo. Anyway, so this old man has a wife, 2 dogs, and 1 cat. Oh no, they're living behind their pets as well. They're here to celebrate their 40th year of marriage with his wife. Has no children. Loves fishing and walking for hours in the forest while talking with his wife. A cause of death? Heart attack due to physical and mental shock. Well, I mean, this seems believable, at least. I'm not that saying that the baby isn't believable, but I feel like it's like, what would cause more tragedy? You know? An old man getting a little too excited, I guess, and dying in the roller coaster. Actually, what happened in the roller coaster? I guess it was an accident, right? Like there's few deaths, but the ride itself, you know, broke down maybe. So it isn't just like innocuously like he just had a heart attack through no fault of his own, but rather there was an actual accident. I don't know, I wasn't going into this game thinking I would have a moral dilemma already. I guess the whole game is like that, I'm assuming. But anyway, okay, well, I mean, either way, it's like there's no right choices. But I think I'm gonna choose the baby. I'm gonna justify this by saying, like, if the baby died, it's more of a tragedy because then the parents will be charged with criminal negligence, I feel like, and wouldn't that just be awful? You know, there's just more people involved that will be punished, and it's like we don't need, you know, in general, I feel like for the well-being of society, if we could prevent that, I feel like that'll be the best option. You know, even though obviously the wife of the of this old man will be incredibly, you know, sad as well, and you know, obviously the pets will have to be taken care of. I don't know if the wife be able to take care of all those pets. Probably have to at least, you know, I don't know if she'd be in the condition, right? She'd be grieving, so probably have to, you know, send those pets away. I don't know, put them in the shelter. I'm not sure, or at least maybe give them the family. But he has no children, right? Well, he might still have relatives, though. I don't know. Depends if they have, like, friends, I guess. Friends or, like, relatives, like, I don't know, like, siblings or whatever. Well, anyway. Like, a guy dying of a heart attack versus a baby, like, literally dropping to his death. I mean, that's, I don't know, that's more tragic, so I'm gonna save this one. I don't know if the goal is to, you know, prevent tragedy. Maybe your goal is to, you know, create the most biggest tragedy. I don't know. I would choose the baby. I think I'll choose the baby. You don't feel it, the old man? Unfortunately, yes. I find it odd that an elderly man would do a thrill ride if he had a heart condition. Maybe there's someone's fault behind it. I see. It's the afterpaper. Rate it. Okay. Old man, afterpaper. Right after the accident, the medical staff arrived on the scene. It was too late to save the old man. His wife and the attraction manager tearfully apologized to each other. The old man insisted strongly on doing this ride that he and his first wife did on their first date. And despite the age restriction, the attraction manager was touched and agreed. The wife knew it was risky, but in the euphoria of the moment, did not stop it, or did not do anything to stop it, I guess is what it's supposed to mean. After this unfortunate event, the wife was sent by her nephews and nieces to an old people's home where she lived out her grief in peaceful days. Not so bad, all things considered. I mean, he died what he, you know, wanted to do. Can anyone ask more than to die in euphoria, I guess? I don't know. Well, what a mission, V. It was tricky. It's not the worst I've got, but yes, indeed. Well, let's take a break and go to bed. Oh yeah, bedtime. Bedtime. And that's it? Oh, okay, that was quick. I didn't expect the game to be done so quickly. All right. I mean, I guess I spent most of that time just doing the whole moral dilemma thing. So that just, stalled the game for so long. All right. What happens if we choose... I mean, now I'm curious. Okay, what if I choose the old man this time? I think I'll choose the old man. To let the parents assume their fault? Of course. After all, the baby didn't suffer. With unconscious parents like his, he would have just found him a few days later on another Juju's mission. Okay. We're assuming they're horrible parents. I'm not sure something else could be painless, so let's choose him now instead, as a real rescue. I see. It's the after paper. Read it. Alright, the baby after paper. The parents were severely judged by the other customers of the attraction. The attraction manager was furious that they still took the baby despite his fervent refusal. The parents would be traumatized forever. They had other children later that they overprotected. These children suffocated, sought independence as adults, leaving their parents in a state of loneliness caused by their remorse. I'm surprised they had more babies. That's my surprise. Anyway. I guess the only thing I want to do is check if choosing maybe Fauchette will do anything different. Hi V. Hi Fauch, you woke up early? Yes, I'm kinda nervous. Juice's missions are not my favorite. Oh, I understand. Choosing between souls is sometimes confusing. Yeah, exactly. I don't like it sometimes either, but it's okay, brother. Let's see together what we have to do this time. Speak of the devil. Today's morning mission is assigned to Fauchette. A whole family gets food poisoning. The father and the twin girls are very ill, but they will survive. With the mother of the eldest son, one of them will die. Which one do you choose to kill? Alright, okay, so this is a different moral dilemma, actually. So by choosing the death giver this time, we actually have a different situation. So, food poisoning, eh? What are the options again? Let's see. Age 26. A husband, twin girls, an ex-husband, and a son. Earns little money, spends most of it for her kids. Borrowing stuff from her children because she can't afford to buy things for them and herself. Also steals in the market, especially food. Cause of death: food poisoning due to a tainted fish stolen from a neighbor's house the day before. Oh, isn't that like karmic punishment? I guess she's the what did I mention? I kind of read through it very quickly without absorbing it, but I'm assuming this is the mother of the family, and I guess she steals a lot. But, to provide for a family, right? So what about this one? A mother and twin sisters. Age 14. Never asks for anything because he knows it will be no. Half happy, half jealous of his sisters, had more things younger with his new father's money coming in. Builds his own toys with newsprint sheet. Keeps his grades good at school to help his mother as an adult. Cause of death: food poisoning due to tainted fish. So this is the son, but the original son, right? Half happy, but also half jealous. Yeah, I mean, I can see why. Yeah, and also new father. So okay, so this is the original son. Had more things, but I don't see their parents I feel like that's what happens often. I mean, I always see it in anime, but how whenever the original child of the family, whenever a father or a mother gets a new spouse or whatever, they get neglected or something, or they always the original one always gets neglected and stuff. But that doesn't seem to be the case. It's more so they're just this child is only simply used to having nothing, right? So that's why there's half jealous, but I don't think he's being treated badly necessarily. In fact, he has a noble goal to help his mother, actually. So, no. I mean, either way, I guess. Again, I guess following the baby principle again is the child has more life ahead of them. So, if I had to choose, probably have to choose a mother. I mean, it's problematic that I'm, murdering I'm not really murdering, you know. Again, I'm free of this responsibility, but, you know, if this was like the trolley problem, you know, it'd be like, well, you're killing the person who like steals, you know, technically a criminal, but like they're doing it for a good reason. So it's kind of like, you know, it's like you're treating crime as like black and white. Or I feel like it's the idea. I feel like if you choose this option, you'd be like, oh, you know, no matter what, you have to get punished, even though you break the law. But like, it's kind of like very harsh, you know, for the punishment. But you know, this kid also didn't do anything wrong either, actually, you know. So like, you gotta choose a person, you know. You gotta choose someone. If you choose a mother, though, oh man, it's gonna cause like a cascading like consequences, right? Because if the mother dies, the new father might not have a reason to really take care of this kid, right? Because unless he loved her very much, which I don't know, because he seems to, you know, he said it's implied that this new father, you know, had twin sisters and everything. Or, well, I don't know. Well, maybe, I can't remember. Did he come to the marriage with the two daughters, or did they make the two daughters? Or I say make, but you know, did they have the two daughters after the marriage? I'm assuming after, actually. But anyway, what I was gonna say, oh yeah, I don't know, but I'm assuming the mother, you know, the poor mother that doesn't earn very much, married the father for his money. I'm assuming, or at least probably that's one of the big reasons anyway. Yeah. I'm assuming though, I don't know. Yeah, she says that she can't afford to buy things. Well, if the father has money, then why aren't they sharing it? I'm assuming unless they recently married. I don't know. There's too many like variables here, so I'm just gonna make the assumption that, yeah, that it was like a recent marriage maybe. And like again, if the mother dies, then who's gonna take care of the kid? Because the new father might not have much of attachment to him, so he might not care that much, right? Especially if money's tight, it's probably gonna take priority to the kids that, you know, are closest to him biologically, I guess. So he might not take care of the kid, and that might end up with him being an orphan, maybe. Or maybe not an orphan. I guess legally speaking, he can't be disowned, but I'm assuming he's gonna be abused, you know, or at least neglected, you know. Maybe not like, you know, literally abuse, but oh, I mean, neglection is a form of abuse. But anyway, this kid's gonna have a hard life, or do I kill him and then save the mother? But like the kid didn't do anything wrong. I have to choose the mother. I'm gonna choose her. I think I'll choose the mom. Because it's her fault that they're all intoxicated. Yeah, it's also, yeah, that's partially as well, but and the son makes a lot of effort to succeed in life and help his family. If he lives, maybe he'll bring money in a more secure way to the father and sister who are still alive. I doubt that, because his primary reason to do so was for his mother. So if his mother's gone, I don't think he's gonna care about that anymore. He's gonna grow to be a delinquent. Anyway, I see. After paper. Read it. Mom, after paper. The mother died in her bed, refusing to go to the hospital and add more costs to the whole family. Ah, yes, America. You know, or at least I assume it's America. It's one of the only countries that doesn't have, like, healthcare insured by the government. But anyway, everyone was sad. The husband started drinking. The girls started to steal for their pocket money. But the son didn't give up and finished his medical studies 11 years later. He helped his father in rehab and sisters to get back on the right path. Oh, okay. He became a doctor. I mean, in a very, like, pragmatic point of view, I guess, or a what's the word? Utilitarian point of view. That's just a plus to society. So, if you want to look at it in a very cruel way. Well, what a mission, Foch. It wasn't easy. Not the worst I've got, but yes, indeed. Well, let's take a break and eat our lunch. Oh yeah, lunchtime. Lunchtime. Oh, it's lunchtime this time. Alright. Let's see what happens if we choose the other option, because obviously we live in a world where, you know, we can just simply look at all the timelines. I feel like the timeline is supposed to be like, you're supposed to play Fauchette's thing first, right? Because you notice how they say lunchtime afterwards, and then you go to Vivie, and Vivie is, you know, saying what they had for lunch and stuff, and then it's bedtime, right? So you're supposed to go to Fauchette first, technically, chronologically, I feel like. But anyway, alright, see what happens if the kid dies. Woo! casually just murder a kid. I think I'll choose a son. To let the mother assume her fault. And if the mother dies, the family will lose an income. Even if it's a little one, it's important for them. I see. After paper. Son. The mother ran to her car to take her son to the hospital. Unfortunately, the treatment could not keep him alive. The cost of the hospitalization requires sacrifices from the family for the rest of the month. Oh. The mother blamed herself and never stole again. She worked twice as hard to get more money in a healthy way. Her husband did not work more, but spends a lot of his time with his daughters. The twins, being too young to remember this episode of their lives, have no after effects of this period of poverty, have lived well, got good grades at school, and completed their studies. Alright. You know, I guess a word for nothing. Either way, the family, eventually, I guess succeeds, right? Generally speaking, they get past the tragedy. All right. What a mission, Fauch. It wasn't easy. Not the worst. Let's go lunchtime. All right. There you go. I guess that's it. Pretty short game. I got all the possibilities and everything, and very interesting. I mean, basically, it's like a little like mini trolley problem. In fact, there probably is like plenty of those kind of games, right, that exist. But at least this one is like not so obvious that it's like literally the trolley problem. But it's very similar, I guess, from a different lens as well. It's kind of like, again, you're kind of like a supernatural force, right? Kind of like the Grim Reaper, more so than anything else. Also, in the perspective of like kids, I don't know, like Vivie and Fauchette or whatever. How old are they? Are they like literally Grim Reaper interns? A Grim Reaper like children interns, or like are they actually like actually they're 1,000 years old or something, even though they're like kids? Not sure. I'm assuming it's the latter actually, because of how casual they are about everything. But yeah, I mean, interesting little story. Well, not much of a story, but it's kind of a bit of like a bit of like a slice of their of their job, if that makes sense. It's kind of like this is just what they've been doing for their entire lives, I assume. Just doing this, judging souls, and you take a little sneak peek, or like not sneak peek, but a little peek behind the curtains of what they do, I guess, in this world where they do that. They're very short, so not much to say, I feel like, but I like the idea. If this was like a full game, maybe there'd be more kind of choices like that. So I think there's like other games that kind of do something similar. So it'd be kind of interesting if you have more of these little moral dilemmas, but then add a little narrative on top of that, and like maybe see some other consequences, right? I feel like that's what gives these kind of like little tests, I guess. The whole point of them is like seeing the consequences of your actions and everything, right? Even though the trolley problem itself is kind of like, it's very theoretical. It's kind of like, obviously theoretical, but like obviously you only get two decisions, but realistically you might get, in real life, you would think of like other solutions, right? But I guess that's not the point. The point is whether or not you're the type of person that will like, at least for that problem in particular, like if you're the person that sacrificed like for one reason or another, you would prioritize this person or over that person, things like that. But anyway, interesting idea. Again, it could be expanded more though. It'd be kind of interesting if it was. Anyway, I guess that's it for Fauchette and Vivie. I guess if you're on YouTube, you didn't know, I stream these games live on Twitch, so check me out over there if you're interested. I also have other playthroughs on the channel, so you can look for those if you want. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you then.